Coach, start of the postseason. How's practice leading into it?
Good. We're ready to rock and roll.
Coach, I think going into the Ole Miss game, you said that you guys need to be playing your best basketball now, not waiting for Green Bowl or March Madness. Now, as you're heading into Green Bowl, do you feel like you guys are playing your best basketball right now?
I think we're moving towards that. I think certain players are certainly playing a lot better, a lot more focused, a lot more just impactful on both sides of the basketball, and it's a lot of them. So I think we're just, throughout the season we have, a player here play well, player there, but I think there are a lot of players playing well, which makes us feel good about going into postseason.
Describe how a tournament like this, especially with, you said it's going to be the most difficult one in many years, can help be a final tune-up before the NCAA tournament to create those good habits.
Yeah, I mean, our league is tough in itself. The conference tournament is tougher. I think it's tougher than the league because it's just so condensed, and you're going to get the best of the best, or the best of the best that's playing their best on this weekend. I mean, this league always puts you in a position to compete for a national championship. Like, our national championships were realized because of the SEC and the type of conference that we deliver time and time again. Like, we always are putting each other in a position of having to compete, having to adjust, having to play different styles, and bringing in Oklahoma and Texas really actually gets us even more prepared.
What have you told the freshmen who haven't been through this about this weekend, kind of how unique that set it is to play it?
Nothing. It's another business trip. It is. I mean, I don't want to put any more pressure on them than what it is. I mean, it's a gauntlet. We've been through a gauntlet, so we just tap into some of the hardest stretches of our season. Will apply this weekend.
Don, there's a moment in Sunday's game where Chloe felt like she got fouled, and Raven kind of came over and kind of composed her. How much does that veteran leadership kind of help in this next stretch of the game?
You said she got fouled?
She felt like she got fouled going up to the bucket for a lay-in, and he was frustrated about it. And then Raven kind of came over, composed her, and got things back on track. How much is that leadership going to help out?
We've seen that over and over again. Like, did you say Ole Miss game?
No, it was Kentucky.
Well, it happened in the Ole Miss game as well. Like, I think Chloe traveled, and you had Breezy, you had Raven coming right over to her. Turn the page. We've been talking a lot lately about, one, keeping the main thing. Two, just being unflappable, just unshakable, unbothered, no matter what environment we're in, no matter what the circumstances are. Just really rely and trust your habits. And I do believe we're doing that. Do we want our players to be robots? No. They're going to react to what they think is happening out there on the floor. But the moment they can just turn the page as quickly as possible is the moment that, we've gotten better at, towards the end of the season.
Keep ahead of Blue on her foot before Sunday's game. What's her status for the weekend?
I gotta find out when Thursday night. I'll find out Thursday night.
Coach, there's a big conversation anytime coaches play you about the talent that you recruit.
Yeah.
McDonald's All-Americans. How do you sift through that? And what do you? That's the point. You're supposed to recruit the McDonald's All-Americans. How do you sift through that? And as a program?
I don't know. Sometimes I have fun with it. Sometimes it's just, I would imagine that no one's turning down McDonald's All-Americans. I would imagine. Like, we're just fortunate, and just so you know, just because you got a McDonald's All-American doesn't mean you got a great player. Doesn't mean you got a great player. For us, we've attracted them because of the style of play, the style of discipline, the winning tradition, the growth, the producing pros. That's what attracts McDonald's All-Americans to us. And not even just that, it's just we create meaningful relationships with the household, not just the recruit, the entire household. So if the household's happy, And we've done our job. There's a lot of happy meals to go around.
Anything else for Coach?
When you think of last year,
Diana be wrap it up. So I don't put this. I don't put this foot in this mouth. Right. Thank you, Diana. I can't get a bit out there sometimes.
Don, last year, MiLaysia really came alive during the SEC tournament. She's the reigning MVP. How has she grown in the last 12 months?
I mean, MiLaysia is, you know, she's a processor. Like, I mean, she's a Taurus, so she's a little stubborn. She's a lot competitive. She is. Don't tell her no, because she's gonna prove you wrong. You have to approach her in a way of opening her mind up. You know, stubborn. I got this. I can do this. I can do anything. And very true. All of it's very true. But there are times in which you need to play some things, right? And we've placed some things in her life, in her game, that now it's being utilized to a point where it's lean. You know, her layups, you know, her defense, like it's all has improved, you know, over the last few months, not even year, like the last few months. So I'm pretty happy about it. And I'm happy that, you know, a lot of our kids got recognition. Her being the 6th player, her being on the 2nd team, Joyce being on the 1st team, Fagan and Raven being on all defensive team, Powell being on the 2nd team. I was quite shocked because when we've had our best teams, we weren't in the number in that regard. So, you know, kudos to the coaches who voted for our players, even when there's a little South Carolina fatigue.